Good morning, everyone. This is Melody Reels on Thursday morning, close to 9 a.m. on a Facebook Live. Thanks for watching. If you're watching now, well, nobody's watching right now, but when you watch later, I really appreciate everybody watching. I want to do some quick announcements, and then I'll remind everybody what the exhibit is, and then we're going to take a look at quilts. First, very exciting, Denise Sinwell from Quilter's Window, New Hampton, Iowa. I reposted her video last night. I was about to go to bed, and I saw this Facebook Live come up that she did, and she featured our fabric. She has the Quilter's Window fabric store, quilt shop, and she did like a box, what do you call that? An unboxing of our fabric. And so, which is so funny because today we got fabric. Well, we got it. We got it a few days ago. They sent the museum 1 yard each. And so it came in a box. I quickly text Tony, did you get your fabric? He said no, so I knew I got mine kind of early. So seeing Denise last night before bed was so exciting, and to see them so excited about the fabric and was just really encouraging. And I just can't wait to see what everybody creates with the fabric. And this is what makes me so giddy, is this piece right here. Oh God, so exciting, so exciting. Okay, so there's that. Fabrics will be in fat quarters, jelly rolls, yardage. Kits will be in your wherever, if your fabric store sells window fabrics. Somebody had commented on her video that she would like to know the story of the shirting fabrics, or the swatch book. Well, this is the original swatch book right here. This swatch book was donated to the museum. I just learned my job. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just kind of ignored it. And then I finally presented it to the board, and I was like, what do we do with this? I don't know. Well, in it was old shirting fabric. It was a swatch book. Look at the fraying of can you see the threads on the pages? And this is how they would have, purchased the item, the fabric that they wanted. And so, so it was a couple people on our board that thought, well, I wonder if a fabric company would be willing to replicate it, and portion of the earnings could come back to the museum. And so that's kind of how it happened. It's a quick summarization, not very romantic. I usually do a long whatever story of it. So, but I want to get to all of these before we get going. Also, did you know that we have the Iowa Quilt Festival coming up? What? Like I haven't been talking about it forever. One of the classes we have is the featherweight maintenance class. I believe it's on Friday. You get a kit. You'll get this. You'll get motor gear and lubricant. And you'll also get, I think this is some oil. If you sign up for that featherweight maintenance class, you'll get that kit is included. It's just a class for in the morning, and it's on Friday. If you want more information about that class and the others that are happening during our quilt festival, go to iowaquiltmuseum.org, go to events, and you'll see 2026 Iowa Quilt Festival. Lectures, classes, evening activities, a bus trip to the International Quilt Museum. Speaking of that bus trip, did you know that it's our 10-year anniversary? And we've been doing a monthly giveaway. And for May's giveaway, we're giving away a seat on that bus to the International Quilt Museum. To sign up to register to be in the drawing for that seat, you're going to go to giftshop.org. God bless it. I totally messed that up. giftshop@iowaquiltmuseum.org. Email and tell them you want to be entered into the drawing for the seat on the bus. We're going to leave here, go to here, Winterset, Iowa, in the morning. We're going to leave here at 7 a.m. We'll throw some breakfast and coffee at you. We're going to go to the International Quilt Museum, do a behind-the-scenes tour, and give you lunch. And then we're going to take you to 2 quilt shops, and then come home and be home by 9. So I'm really trying to be fast here because I want to get to as many quilts as possible. I'm going to give myself a time limit. I've decided I'm going to start here to my right. I'm going to take you off the stand, and we're just going to go through. And I realize, I think when I'm videotaping, I don't know. I think it'll be right. I'll just show the title of the quilt and the person's name and where they're from, and we'll take a close look at just kind of zoom in on each one. And then you see, I got my step stool. By the way, if you see a lumbering man walking around, that's my brother. Troy's here. Yay! So he's happy to see that I have that step stool there. And then, and I'll go so far, and then at a certain time, I'll just call it because I don't want to go too long. I think that's it. Fabric, swatch book, bus trip, Iowa Quilt Museum gift shop at iowaquiltmuseum.org to get signed up, and our featherweight class, as well as the rest of the Iowa Quilt Festival. Oh, and airing of the quilts on Saturday, June 6th. Let's go. Oh, okay, I'm going to take you off. First, I'm going to flip you around. Okay, we're going to start right here. I want to tell you also, you can purchase a book. If you're like, boy, I wish I knew more about this quilt and this quilt story, there is a book you can purchase when you go to Cherrywood Fabrics. If I have a QR code, I will get it for you. But this quilt is Last Letter from Home by Mary Ellen Thompson, out of Frankfurt, Ontario, Canada. And I really avoided reading this letter that's on here because I thought, last letter from home, no thank you. I don't want to be crying in the middle of the museum. But actually it has he makes it home safe. Spoiler alert. And it kind of has the little story down here. And then there's little baby and his wife reading the letter. Just right here, it says, I pray for your continual health each day and pray that the conflict will end soon. But let's take a look at some of this applique and the way they have did this embroidery and the way they've done their poppies here. Look at all the dimensions. Oh, I do have gloves, but I don't have them on. Her shawl. How fitting that she has a sewing machine. Well, there's no sewing machine. Oh, it's folded down. Her veteran. So there's that. Last Letter from Home by Mary Ellen Thompson. And we're going to come down here. I haven't read this quilt story yet. I've been wanting to. This is My Father, My Hero by Laura Ryle out of Santa Cruz, California. I love when people do portraits out of fabric. I mean, look at that. That is so fantastic. And I feel like the title's pretty compelling. I want to know how he got this medal and why he's so deserving of her My Father, My Hero. And again, if you want to read that story as well, they have a book on cherrywoodfabric.com that you can purchase and read it. Lest We Forget by Sandy Snow out of Land O'Lakes, Florida. This is a honorable mention. And I do love this because it looks like a stained glass. You've got your World War I veteran. I kind of enjoy the simplicity of it, but although it's also very complicated at the same time. This is one of my favorites. I've used it in my promotional pieces too. And I've used this one in my promotional pieces as well. Princess Poppy Hat by Lori Landry out of, I can't read that from down here. Menominee, Michigan. This is also an honorable mention, as well as a 9 for 9. You'll see these ribbons on here. 9 for 9 out of the 9 quilt challenges that Cherrywood has had. Lori has had a quilt in each challenge. Whether she's got ribbons or not, I don't know, but she's been in all 9 of the challenges. Is quite an accomplishment. Look at that. Look at the dimension there. Look how she did the petals. Is this, and then is this hand quilted? No. But look at the quilting. Look at the quilting in her hair. And again, another beautiful portrait with her makeup and her eyelashes. What do we have? We have buttons inside the poppies. Ooh, my poppies are popping. I had one just bloom the other day. I should bring one. I feel like this got a little, there we go. There we go. Princess Poppy Hat by Lori Landry. Sliding over to Pixelated Poppy, sorry. Pixelated Poppy. This doesn't say where they're from. This is Taylor and Julie Patterson. This is a youth division award. And this, let's just kind of get out here and you can see the dimension of all of this. Isn't this fabulous? So I'm wondering, I don't know who's who, but having a parent or an adult help this person put this together. What a great idea, though. Let's kind of back it up a little bit and look at that poppy from far away. And then when you get in here closer, and you can see the pixelation of each little block and the piecing of it all. That's really great. Okay. I know that's blue, but I don't know what the host is at the end. Azula host, poppies. And this is by, Janice Marcourt from Van Meter, Iowa. Janice is actually on my board. She's my board chair. And she has entered, I think, all of the challenges. She hasn't had a quilt chosen in all of them, but this is her Poppy that was chosen. And she was the one that told me that she believed, I haven't checked and she hasn't really either, but that the Poppy Quilt Challenge has had the most entries a challenge has ever had at around or over 500. Could you imagine having to cut that down by more than half to 225? But let's take a minute and look at her little applique flowers. I love this over the top of it too, to give it that dimension. And her beautiful quilting. Isn't she lovely? I just love that you have two poppies and two different depictions just in this row right here. Here we have, let's come up here. Never to be Forgotten by Kathy Nosley. We're going to say that's what it is. From Festus, Missouri. And she got one of these big ones. There's only 5 of these, and she's a 3rd place winner here. And look at how she's incorporated photos. Look as she drew poppies over the top of them. Isn't that wonderful? I'm gonna kind of lift up the ribbon a little bit here so we can see under here. Is it all words from the poem then? Yes. In Flanders Field poem in strips up there. And then let's take a look at this quilting when she's got beads on here. Isn't that amazing? This is really something, Kathy. Very deserving of that big ribbon. Just take a look back. Zoom out. Never to be Forgotten by Kathy Nosley out of Missouri. Festus, Missouri. All right, let's come down here. Every Poppy Tells a Story by Rosalind Eldridge out of Osage Beach, Missouri. So here is kind of a full picture of it. And then let's just take a look at each poppy here that's telling a story of John McKay, who wrote the poem, Pray in Peace. They almost look like barbed wire, but then it's poppies. World War, Global War, over 30 nations. Look at her embroidered crosses in here. Her hand quilting and all of that. This is, Michael, 1918. Keep the Faith, Poppy Land. This says PFC, Alex Henry, Daddy, Alex Jr., Beverly, and Dude. Died November 7th, 1991, World War II. This is National Poppy Day, Friday before Memorial Day. Support, honor the fallen veterans. Lest we forget, 11 a.m., November 11th. Anna Green, maybe, Remembrance Day. Inter-Allied Poppy Day. Oh, look at the dove. Again, the barbed wire too. That's what's American Legion Auxiliary with the yellow star, or the gold star, sorry, apologies. What's this one? Buddy Poppies, Wear It Proudly, 1922 VFW. So that was all the way around, but look at all this detail in here in the center. All her hand stitching and quilting and her little puppies. I don't know if you could see the shimmer in those little dots there. And then you have the poem. I'm just realizing I didn't remind you what our exhibit is. But if you haven't guessed, it's in Flanders Field where the poppies grow. So here's what 2468 on the movable wall. I was going to come down. I'm going to keep an eye on the time. I'll do 6 more minutes and then we'll call it a day. So I'm going to go down this row till 9:20 and then I'll call it. So let's come up to the top here. This is Peaceful Poppies by Teresa Lochnan out of Wausau, Wisconsin. Oh, look at her quilting. She does have a Staff Choice Award. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the beads she has in here. She kind of drew on the poppies. And she hand quilted up here on the top. Look at the piecing of her bird. I'm not very close. I don't think, did she draw on the bird? Oh no, oh, maybe on the wing. And a little on his tummy. She appliqued that bird. I keep saying piecing. Please don't be upset. I do mean application. She's got to put it together, right? And then there's some painting in here as well. So, wait. If this is the Cherrywood fabric, because then she had to have painted each fabric. I wonder, I'd be interested in looking at her quilt story. If she took the fabric, painted them with different stencils or designs, and then cut strips, and then did this like stamping of these flowers over the top of them. How fun. I love when there's so much different mediums and, you know, the painting and the embroidery and the hand quilting, and now you've got stamping. I love how she also kind of, I don't know if she took a marker to the edges of the poppy flowers to make them dark. All right, Penny Klug, Remembering Paper Poppies, Wheeling, West Virginia. Hold on, I gotta get my footing so I don't, here, we'll take it back, just kind of take it out here. And then we'll come in closer. Got like a little chevron going. I love the little swirls in the sky. Look at the stitching that she chose to do on the poppies. Isn't that beautiful? I love how that just kind of adds to it. Ooh, look at all that quilting inside there. This has been so fun just to see how creative and what people come up with. Are people amazing? Our little brains, they're not little, but how amazing they are. Poppy Time by Tammy Coos out of Manhattan, Illinois. And so let's come out here a little bit and you see it's a clock. Just come in and nice that. She's got buttons and beads, applique, little embroidery there. I love that she's got left these like that. I'm trying to decide if I think the quilting is machine quilted or not. She's got the numbers of the clock, the hands. He was a child, he was a soldier, he's a veteran, and then he's remembered, hopefully. It's a very moving piece. It's really interesting. Poppy Time. Okay, we're gonna go from that over here to Between the Crosses. Emma Lochnan. Is that another Lochnan? Teresa and Emma from Wausau, Wisconsin. Sisters, cousins, mother, daughter, I don't know. But here, look at, she painted the sky In Flanders Field. Well, let's take a zoom out real quick. Let's bring you back in. It's interesting, she's got crosses kind of stitched, in the background as well. I love these poppies down here too. I'm guessing that she drew these poppies on here after because you can see that they're appliqued here. Even this little guy up here. That's a lot of work. That's really pretty. Good job, you. Emma Loughnane. All right, let's come over here to Poppies by Tina Craig out of Wakefield, Rhode Island. And here we go. Kind of give you as we zoom in. Got lots of hexes here. This was a lot of paper piecing. It'd be kind of interesting to read. Well, yeah, I would like to know. Did she paper piece this, do you think? I love how this kind of really shows you the different colors, right? You have the dark gray, the light gray, the dark green, the lighter green, almost yellow, the two-tone reds here and the two-tone reds here. So you have 4 reds, 2 greens, and 2 grays. This is Poppy Mandala. Oops, excuse me. Just moving my step stool here. Oh, poor lady. I'm so sorry. Is this Silky or Silk? Cleat out of Clayton, Georgia. I'm sorry. I probably butchered your name, and that's unfortunate because your quilt is lovely. Look at the embroidery in here. Isn't that fun? And all the applique she did. Let's kind of come in here and take a look. Oh, I've already gone over. Okay, last one and we'll call it done. Okay, so entering the city. Well, I didn't get very far. Dawn Davis out of Lebanon, Oregon. And it just says Poppy. Aren't those beautiful? She drew with thread. Look how she drew with thread. That's lovely. Well, folks, I have gone on too long. All right. I'm glad I was able to kind of highlight. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no, I missed 2. Aw, I'm sorry. My Grandfather's Story by Lori Losby out of Tomball, Texas. I do love this one. Okay, 2 more. Please be patient with me. Hand quilted, and then she also printed on the fabric these images. And I love how she embroidered these medals in here. And it says Abs, Birdie, Harry. The cross, and then, ooh, I can't read it. But you have articles here. There's a Save Me. Here's a picture of him again, that same photograph. And in here, what a tribute. My Grandfather's Story. If you would like to learn about her grandfather's story, go to Cherrywood Fabrics website and you can order their book. Last one, Remembrance by by Lori Lyle out of Gardnerville, Nevada. Oh, we haven't had Nevada yet. Master of my fate, captain of my soul, valor, courage, remembrance, bravery, honor. And look how beautiful that is. You see the sparkles? Look, she's got purple threads, colored threads in there. I love how it's almost like it's embossed or trapuntoed because it, the outlining of it all. Let me just throwing words around like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, everyone. Okay. I hope you weren't bored. I hope you enjoyed that. I think that's how I'm going to do this. Is I'm just going to go by time and get as many in as I can in that time. Okay. have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Oh, I didn't say this. Okay, last thing, I promise. This weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, Memorial Day weekend, if you are a member of the VFW, American Legion, VFW Auxiliary, or American Legion Auxiliary, you get in for free. We will be selling, and the American Legion and the VFW are both selling poppies. Say hi, or say bye. Anyway, so come. American Legion Auxiliary and American Legion, VFW Auxiliary, free Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy your family, enjoy your time, and remember your loved ones, remember our veterans. Okay, all right, have a good weekend. Bye-bye.